if you're cutting trim or molding, crown molding, you're gonna need a miter box. This is a plastic yellow Stanley miter box. If you have a wood workbench, for example, you can screw it into the wood, or you can use these wings to clamp it onto an area where you are gonna cut your trim, for example. It also comes with these 2 black pins, and there are several holes in here. So depending on the size of your trim, you'll see. I'm gonna add this in here and then put these over the trim so it holds it nicely. No matter what size of trim we've put in here, there's been a peg that holds it. And then it has the numbers for the angle that you can cut the trim. So you cut it straight across. So this is, 0 or 90 degrees, depending on how you're holding the wood. And then this goes to 22.5 degrees in either direction. Depends if you're a lefty or a righty, of course. And then 45 degrees as well. It goes straight across. One thing I want to point out is that no matter what saw you get for this, you need to make sure, for example, that the saw doesn't have a piece on the top that's going to prevent it from cutting straight down. Safety first, you want to make sure that you have goggles on when you do this. I'm not going to cut this, so I'm not going to do that right now. But one of the mistakes we made was getting a saw that had a piece on the top, so it prevented it from cutting all the way down. The other thing is that over time, because this is plastic, you might see that the plastic of the box comes off. It doesn't affect the functionality. You're not going to cut through the plastic unless you're sawing it with an electric saw, which we don't recommend. You cannot use this with an electric saw. This is for hand saw only. But it is plastic, so over time you might see the plastic kind of, having a bit of a chip in it from the saw, but again, it doesn't affect the functionality of the saw. And then also has a little holder here that you can rest the saw if you need to. All in all, this is really high quality. Don't skimp out on your tools. If you put a little more investment in them, you're gonna have them for a long time. And this miter box has come in handy for us.